Gotta say, it's fantastic.
Fantastic Four First Steps is the latest movie in the Marvel Cinematic Universe, and I was actually pretty excited for this movie ever since that first trailer dropped, because I did like the original Fantastic Four movie. I never really bothered to watch the 2015 one, but I've heard people say it's bad, so I'm just gonna leave it up to them. But yeah, this is the first Fantastic Four movie we've gone since 2015, and that's a really long time. That's just about 10 years. So you can see why people were excited for this movie, and I was pretty excited too. So I decided to check this movie out, and I gotta say, it's fantastic.
Say that again?
This movie follows the Fantastic Four, Reed, Sue, Ben, and Johnny, 4 years after being established as heroes, going up against Galactus and Silver Surfer, who stop at nothing to destroy their world. So the team must come up with strategies and figure out solutions to save their world. This video will be split into 4 topics, and no pun intended at all. Writing, positives and negatives, and this time positive and negatives are separate, and post-credit scene breakdown. I shouldn't really have to say this, but obviously spoilers ahead. I don't usually give spoiler warnings because I usually forget, but this is a really important movie, so I should really warn you guys. First up is the writing, and I think the writing for the movie is pretty good, but I want to focus on the character writing, because this is the writing that I really appreciate and love the most about this movie, and it comes specifically from Sue Storm, because Sue Storm is an up-and-coming mother, and when her baby's born, Galactus wants it. So she has to go through this like whole thing throughout the movie where she's getting hate for not sacrificing her child to save the Earth, but she doesn't want to like kill her child to save the Earth. So like everything that she goes through, like the whole like moving heaven and earth thing, just feels so like it feels so like lovely and nice. And like when she like quote unquote dies at the end of the movie, it just feels more impactful because she did all that to save her child. But she's still alive, it doesn't really matter, it's fine. But now onto the positives, and I think my first positive for this movie is gonna be the VFX. The VFX are really cool, and especially I wanna really point out that one shot in like the middle act of the movie where the Fantastic Four, while Sue's like going into labor, are trying to like steer their ship away from Silver Surfer, and like the warp pole looks so cool, and it's a very like mesmerizing and immaculate looking like VFX shot, and it goes on for like 10 minutes as well, maybe less than 10 minutes, but something around that, and it just looks like so visually stunning. And I want to point out that the New York futuristic set and the Thing are both like practical sets, as same with Galactus' suit. So I really want to point out that and really appreciate that. I also really like the cast for this movie because they just all feel like a real family, and the like dynamic like all works together. Like, I almost thought they were a family at one point. I would like to add that the director for this movie, Matt Shakman, is also a fan of Fantastic Four. So you can obviously tell that he got all these comic book references. And he also nailed down the personalities of these characters really well. And they definitely work alongside their cast. Last positive I have for this movie is the tone. And I think this movie is like very grounded. And it doesn't really have too many jokes around the movie. Like, this is a pretty serious movie, even with Johnny Storm, and he's supposed to be like the comedic relief. And yeah, he does have a couple jokes, but in the movie he does have some pretty serious moments, especially in the movie he almost sacrifices himself twice for Franklin. So yeah, you can definitely see that they were not joking around with this movie. This movie is a pretty serious movie, and I think this is actually pretty good for the Marvel. They're stepping in the right direction. Like this is good. I like this. Now onto the negatives, but for the negatives I only have 2 negatives because this movie I really liked it. I don't really have much I can say about it, but these negatives are something that I think we can all agree on. This is like the most basic negatives anyone can come up with, and these are definitely not taken from other people's reviews. I'm gonna say this, I definitely think Galactus was nerfed in the movie. I don't want to like get any hate for that, but yeah, he's been getting disrespected for a long time now, and it's all because of the portals. But yeah, this guy, he keeps getting defeated. How does Galactus, he feeds on planets. In the comics, the Fantastic Four can't even defeat Galactus without him being distracted or anything. The Avengers can't even defeat him. So I don't know how Sue Storm, even though she's using like her full strength, she like single-handedly takes down Galactus. I don't know how that works. I mean, obviously we do want a happy ending for this movie. I honestly thought they weren't gonna win, But yeah, I'm really happy it ends off in a positive note. But I definitely think they nerfed him. Yeah, they nerfed him, guys. They nerfed him. This guy keeps getting disrespected. He even got disrespected in that Lego game. Last negative, but I think the movie is a little bit too short. I know 2 hours is a long movie already, and not a lot of movies are that long anymore. But yeah, I think this movie is pretty short. And if they had like 10 to 20 extra minutes of runtime, that would really work. But we obviously know that a lot of scenes were actually cut out of this movie. And this movie was intended to be 2 hours and 15 minutes. So I don't know what happened here. I don't know why a lot of scenes got deleted. Either they weren't important or I really don't know. But I feel like this movie could have helped. Like it would have been better if it got a little bit extra time. Last topic is the post-credit scene breakdowns, and I'm gonna say this: the first post-credit scene is really important. Like it sets up Doomsday, so I'm gonna save that one for last, and I'm gonna talk about the second post-credit scene first because it's not actually all that important. So in this universe, we've established that the Fantastic Four are pretty popular people. They're like celebrities around the world, basically, and they have their own cartoon show. And we haven't really seen anything about that cartoon show in the movie, but this post-credit scene just shows like the intro to it, and it's pretty fun. The Thing even says his line, "It's clobbering time." And we also see villains that we haven't seen in live action yet, unless this counts as live action, even though it's pretty animated. But yeah, it's pretty cool seeing these villains, and I really like this. It's so fun, and the theme song is just so cool too. And finally, the second post-credit scene, the one I've been hyping up. This post-credit scene takes place 4 years later after the events of the Fantastic Four movie, where Sue Storm leaves Franklin alone for a little bit. Like she just needs to go get something. But when she comes back, you want to know who appears like with Franklin? You know who's holding Franklin? Doctor Doom. Doctor Doom is holding Franklin. Yes, I don't want to scream, but Doctor Doom is in this movie. I think we all guessed that. But yes, he is in this movie. Yep, I screamed when this happened. I screamed. This was so fire. I'm so happy that Doctor Doom is finally on the big screen. And yes, if you're a comic book nerd like me, you know that Franklin and Doctor Doom do have like some kind of relationship in the comics. But yeah, in the scene you can see that Doctor Doom takes his mask off. So it's most likely that he's not trying to like scare Franklin or like kidnap him. He's trying to like manipulate him, try to act like as a father figure, I guess. And yeah, he does this in the comics too, so I understand that. But yeah, I can't wait to see how this leads us into Doomsday, how it involves the Thunderbolts post-credit scene, or should I say the New Avengers. And yeah, is this gonna be like the main plot point of Doomsday? I don't know, we'll see. But yeah, this is the end of my review. And for my rating for this movie, I'm gonna make this quick. I'm gonna give it a 10 out of 10. This movie is absolutely amazing. It's fantastic. And the question that's on a lot of people's minds, is this movie better than Superman? My answer is, I'm not gonna tell you that. I can't really think of a decision. I really like these movies so much, and they're both competing on my podium of my favorite movies of 2025. Cause like I don't know how we get two banger movies in the same month. I don't know how that works. But yeah, I really like this movie. Go check it out. You're gonna really love this movie. Even if you're not a fan, it's not like it's not gonna you're not gonna be confused throughout the movie. Like this movie tells you like important things you need to know. This movie is fantastic. Go see it right now, and I'll see you guys soon. But wait. What time is it? Wait. Is it clobbering time?